Rachel Maddow Presents. Rachel Maddow Presents, Ultra is a captivating and meticulously researched podcast that delves into one of America's lesser-known but profoundly unsettling historical chapters. Created and hosted by renowned journalist and MSNBC anchor Rachel Maddow, the podcast explores the dangerous rise of domestic extremism in the United States during the 1940s. With her signature style of combining sharp analysis and compelling storytelling, Maddow uncovers a tale of conspiracies, sedition, and the resilience of democracy. The premise: uncovering a forgotten plot. Set against the backdrop of World War II, Ultra reveals a stunning plot involving high-ranking American officials, Nazi sympathizers, and a nationwide effort to subvert democracy from within. The story revolves around a group of far-right extremists who sought to undermine the U.S. government by spreading pro-Nazi propaganda, influencing public opinion, and even attempting to stage a coup. At the heart of the narrative is the trial of several members of Congress accused of conspiring with Nazi agents to overthrow the government, a trial that captured headlines but has largely faded from public memory. Maddow resurrects this forgotten story, connecting it to broader themes of accountability, patriotism, and the dangers of political extremism. Rachel Maddow's signature storytelling. Maddow's approach to Ultra is both journalistic and dramatic. Her storytelling seamlessly weaves historical documents, court transcripts, and personal accounts with expert analysis, creating a podcast that is as informative as it is gripping. Each episode peels back another layer of the conspiracy, revealing the shocking extent of the plot and the individuals involved. Maddow's delivery is thoughtful and measured, balancing the gravity of the subject matter with a tone that is engaging and accessible. Her ability to draw parallels between historical events and contemporary issues adds a layer of urgency to the narrative, reminding listeners that history often repeats itself if its lessons are ignored. Key themes: extremism, democracy, and resilience. At its core, Ultra is a story about the fragility of democracy and the enduring threat of extremism. The podcast highlights how domestic actors, fueled by hate and fear, sought to exploit national divisions and align with foreign enemies to destabilize the U.S. government. It also examines the role of media, public opinion, and the judiciary in resisting these efforts. One of the podcast's most striking themes is the complicity of those in power. Maddow details how influential figures, including members of Congress, were implicated in the plot, revealing how even the highest levels of government are not immune to corruption and subversion. Yet, Ultra is also a story of resilience. It celebrates the courage of journalists, whistleblowers, and ordinary citizens who stood up against extremism and fought to preserve democratic values, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Production quality and reception. Produced by MSNBC and Wondery, Rachel Maddow Presents, Ultra boasts top-notch production quality, with expertly crafted sound design and a hauntingly evocative score that enhances the storytelling experience. The podcast has received widespread acclaim for its in-depth research, compelling narrative, and Maddow's ability to make complex historical events accessible to modern audiences. Critics and listeners alike have praised the podcast for its relevance to current events, drawing parallels between the 1940s and today's political climate. Ultra serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to safeguard democratic institutions from both external and internal threats. Why Ultra matters. In an era of heightened political polarization and growing concerns about extremism, Rachel Maddow Presents, Ultra is a timely and essential listen. It not only shines a light on a dark and largely forgotten chapter of American history but also encourages listeners to reflect on the values that underpin democracy and the importance of protecting them. For fans of true crime, history, and political analysis, Ultra offers a riveting and thought-provoking exploration of a story that feels both distant and alarmingly close to home. With its blend of meticulous research, engaging storytelling, and contemporary relevance, Ultra stands out as a must-listen podcast that challenges us to confront the past in order to better navigate the present.